Here are 10 comics, Marvel or DC, that are magic or supernatural oriented. Triumph and Torment is Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange going to hell, first getting summoned to figure out the strongest mystic on Earth, to figure out who's going to be the Sorcerer Supreme. It's just collected in this Volume 8 Doctor Strange Epic Collection, but this is a great look into Doom coming to the MCU soon and how he incorporated magic into his already formidable tech arsenal. This is a great look into Doom and a really fun graphic novel. Mike Carey on John Constantine. He did all his engines. He did a lot of series, but this arc is one of my favorites. This is like Constantine at his best. Very tricky, very conniving. There's magic and demons and a lot of weird species he interacts with, and he's a badass by the end of this thing. This is definitely one of my favorite little John Constantine comics. This modern Blade run, Volume 1 anyway, by Brian Hill, was spectacular. Just Blade at his best, doing exactly what I want to see Blade doing when I open a comic. Very few Blade comics under my reading belt, but this one is spectacular. It makes me want so much more. This builds up to Blood Hunt as well, so kind of a Blade-centric event and a great Blade comic. New 52 Swamp Thing, highly recommended, very horror-oriented, and a lot of fun. It does bring that horror that Alan Moore brought to Swamp Thing, but it does have a new, colorful, modern flair, including a lot of characters he interacts with, like Superman. He even fights Aquaman towards the end of this series, which is a lot of fun, but a lot to love with Swamp Thing with the New 52. Savage Avengers, a very underrated little series in my opinion. It is so isolated with a beginning and an end. It is such a complete story that's so fun, and it starts off kind of grounded and gritty, but it really, really jumps into the magic side of things later on with Doctor Strange, with Doctor Doom, even the main villain, Kulan Goth, very magic oriented. Some of the magic art really stands out in here. It's like just artistically some of the best renditions of magic when Strange and Doom are traveling, doing whatever they're doing. This series has a ton to love, including a ton of magic. Neil Gaiman's Sandman is an absolute trip. It will make you question reality. It will make you consider your dreams. And the dream character himself, who is a very interesting and intriguing character. And this is a very interesting and intriguing story. I highly recommend it. Then back to Doctor Strange with Jed MacKay, who did Death of Doctor Strange, and then he continued to do a Strange title and another Doctor Strange title, which were all good, especially the Strange one. I loved it. But it all started at Death of Doctor Strange, which felt like a Marvel event. Many characters involved. It did feel very important, very cinematic, a lot going on. Really fun magic comic. Injustice is a polarizing comic book. I really enjoy it. I think it's super high octane, just action. Never know where it's going. A lot of exciting stuff going on. Volume 3 is the magic-oriented kind of chapter. The first one is Justice League-ish. The second one has a lot of Green Lanterns involved. And the third Injustice chapter is very magic-oriented. So you got your Constantine and Swamp Thing and Zatanna. The magic people are starting to pick sides and starting to make a difference in this Batman vs. Superman Civil War. Injustice is awesome, but book 3 is the magic one. And Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, I've talked about this on so many videos. It is one of my absolute favorites. So if we're talking about magic, I gotta throw it in here. This is very magic-oriented. This is actually where John Constantine's first comic book appearance is. I think it's book 2 or 3 in this Alan Moore run. One of the absolute best comics ever. Swamp Thing is such a badass. His powers are so fun to explore. It's the exploration of the separation of mind and body and soul and existence. There's so much to dive into. It has great superhero action and has amazing philosophy and just a deep dive into consciousness and Earth and a lot of beautiful stuff. It's one of the best.